Eric, while we're here on the party deck, I want to talk to you specifically about the zip latch. This caught my attention right off the bat. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it, features and benefits?
I mean, we all know pool latches, and we see those magnetic pool latches that you know that are out there. We actually have 3 ourselves.
Yep.
And they're great, but the magnets, the cylinders, you know, generally everything about the magnetic pool latch is a little bit more expensive than what the chain link world usually likes.
Sure.
I mean, we're all familiar with that push latch that you see on chain link, which arguably doesn't even really meet code.
Right.
So we wanted to come up with something that would be more in line with the pricing of a push latch. Okay. But the solid quality and the great functionality that you get in a magnetic latch.
And it meets code.
And it meets code.
Very good.
That's
very good.
The most important thing about a pool latch.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Well, because when we're building a fence and when the fence is being inspected, that is where the inspection starts. It goes around the fence and then it comes back to that gate. Yep. They focus a lot of time and effort on the gate, make sure the gate's right, because that's where everyone comes and goes through. So they're going to talk to you about your latch, they're going to talk to you about your hinges, that sort of thing. So tell me a little bit about this particular latch, the zip latch.
So I talked about how we remove the magnet, and what we did here is it actually uses a gravity latch in here, similar to a lot of other gravity latch products. Now, as this closes, you'll see that there's a housing that fits all the way around that gravity latch, so you can't actually get in there to manipulate that latch portion.
Yeah.
The latch itself is lifted by a knob that's up on the top of the gate. So it's really pretty simple from that concept. If you do want to be able to lock this, instead of putting an expensive locking cylinder, we offer an optional top piece here that allows you to lock. And really all it does is this portion slides up, you can put a padlock through a hole here, and you can't grab the knob. It's that simple.
Now, will it still latch while that's up?
It will.
Very good. Now, one thing I noticed here, Eric, is that, so I see you guys have already accommodated for different size hinges, because even when we're installing fences, even say bolt-on hinges, the tolerance varies, the opening varies, and that's kind of the bane of our existence installing these things. But it looks like you guys have already accommodated that.
Yeah, we've tried to make, this portion here is adjustable. There's a screw on the inside that you can turn to adjust this whole arm in and out. As you can see, we built this gate gap pretty wide, you know, so we're kind of towards the extent of that, but it'll go down to, you know, I think a little less than a ½ an inch.
Oh, wow.
So it's really accommodating in where the adjustments are.
The big feature here that I think is, the feature I think is a big feature for, say, the DIY or the end consumer, the homeowner, is that they can install and adjust this with tools they have around the house.
Oh yeah, this is a very simple product to install. You'll see the zip ties here, and what you do is you basically zip tie the latch to your post. Not tighten it down super strong, but enough so that it holds it in place. And that allows you a little bit of ability to maneuver that to get everything positioned exactly where you want it.
Absolutely.
And then there are screws that you can put in afterwards that hold that in place, and then you would cinch those zip ties down as hard as you can and trim them off. As you can see, we didn't do a lot of trimming here, but you know, it looks real clean after those are trimmed off, and you know, those zip ties aren't going anywhere.
No. You know, the reason I wanted to stop and talk about this product is we have a lot of folks that watch that are the end users and don't have, you know, a wide array of tools that a fencing professional would have. I feel absolutely confident saying with tools found around the house that they can install one of these.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, really all you're dealing with is something to drive these screws in with. They're self-drilling screws, so you don't even need to pre-drill the holes. Okay, and something to cut the zip ties off. Maybe a pair of pliers to pull that nice and tight.
Now, how does this adjust? With a screwdriver?
Yeah, there's a simple Phillips head screwdriver on the other side there.
Perfect.
And you just turn that and it just moves that in and out.
Very good. Guys, this was a little bit unplanned in that we hadn't talked about coming by, but the first time I saw this, I wanted to show you guys this particular latch. I think it's an incredible solution for if you want to install a gate latch but don't have a full array of tools as a fencing professional might. You can still install this and be perfectly confident that it's going to keep your pool secure.
Yeah, and it's much better than what people are normally using on chain link now. So having a latch that actually meets code is kind of a good thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a big deal. Very good. Eric,
All right.
thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Guys, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors.